I am here with Connor Mote, rising senior on the Bentley men's soccer team, and he was kind enough to join me today to talk about his kind of off season and a little bit of random questions here about things about his senior season and also some, Major League Soccer teams and players that he likes. So, Connor, thank you very much for joining me today and taking
Thank
a
you
few
for having
minutes
me.
off your day. You got it. We'll jump right into the questions here. First question for you, just kind of going through this whole COVID-19 time. What has it been like being at home these past few months, and what have you been doing to keep yourself busy during this time?
Well, obviously, so I studied abroad in Australia, so I had to come home early for that, which was disappointing. But then I think we could all agree that April was kind of a blur, just having to adapt to everything. And then I feel like the past couple months has been easier. So like I've been able to have a certain schedule. So I usually wake up around 8, get some weight training in, and then I go to work, get off work around 3, and then every other day I do some training, soccer training with my old teammates. So we do that for a couple hours, and I feel like that's been beneficial because I've been able to, kind of get rid of some of that rust that's been accumulating over some of the months that I haven't been able to play. That's pretty much my typical day.
Being from Illinois, how did you find out about Bentley, and how did Coach Crompton find you during the recruiting process? And what went into your ultimate decision to pick Bentley as a school you were going to attend and ultimately play soccer at as well?
Yeah, so I found Bentley primarily because when I was applying, it was a top 10 business school, and it's obviously still a great business school. So that would always hit a check mark for me. But the soccer thing, it didn't really start till later. So I came into the camp, I think, around senior late fall, to a little camp that Coach Crompton was having. And then after that camp, he took me into his office, and he pretty much said, you could have a spot on the team if you want. And then ever since then, I kind of came back home, talked about it with my parents, and then we kind of agreed, like, it'd be a good opportunity, both school-wise and playing soccer. So
Definitely something that a lot of the students and athletes talk about is just that academic side of Bentley, and it's a great combination of a solid D2 athletic programs, and then also having that great academic, and like you said, with the business, top 10 business school, and it really is
yeah,
pretty
exactly.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you began your career playing fullback your first 2 years and had a lot of success, but then moved up to midfield this past season. What went into that change, and how did you have to kind of adapt your game to that position change?
Well, the lucky thing is, although I did play the 2 years prior, I played outside back on my club team, so that's why I played it coming into Bentley. But thankfully, like throughout my entire career, I've been able to play almost every single position besides goalkeeper. So adapting from outside back to midfield was more of like a fitness change. Obviously, I had to get a little more fit because center mids usually run a little bit more. Other than that, it wasn't too hard, but just getting more fit and being able to run consistently throughout the game.
Gotcha. And that's a great thing to be kind of versatile like that, where you're comfortable playing in multiple positions, and it's definitely a value to the team. So how are you preparing for the upcoming season, given that playing games with a large amount of people is still not really allowed? And how often do you keep in touch with your teammates? I know you can't, physically be with them, but just kind of
Yeah.
talking to the guys and seeing, how they're doing and connecting.
Well, like I said, I usually do weight training early in the mornings, and then I have some practices every other day. Other than that, keeping in touch with my teammates. I mean, we have multiple group chats where we talk about we have a group chat about talking about stocks and stuff. So we keep in touch doing that. And we have a separate group chat for like obviously soccer talk, do stuff like that. And we kind of try to get at least 1 to 2 Zoom meetings a month just to catch in, see how everyone's doing.
Great, great. So headed into your senior season, you're expected to be one of the team leaders, both on and off the field. How have your first 3 seasons at Bentley prepared you for this role going into your senior year?
Well, thankfully, I've been able to be part of a team that's had great captains every single year. So just being able to learn from them has been big, and hopefully helps me learn how to be a leader as well for next season. And then also just being able to deal with the ups and downs. Like first season, we made it to the conference championship. Fortunately, we lost, but that was a big success for the team and the organization. Next year, however, it was a big low because we didn't even make playoffs. So just being able to know how it feels in both situations, I think will come into a key aspect on how we do next season.
Definitely, yeah. That year that you guys have, getting to that Northeast End championship was so special. And like you said, I mean, it was a little disappointing to not make the playoffs this year. But as you alluded to, you've seen both sides of it now, so you can know what to kind of expect, and hopefully get back to that top point again this year. Final question for you today, Connor. It's kind of a little bit not off topic, but kind of a random question here about who are some of the soccer teams around the world that you enjoy watching, and do you have a specific player, team, or league that you specifically like to watch the most?
Yeah, I like to watch the Premier League the most, mostly because I don't think there's any other league soccer-wise that combines the physicality aspect and the technical skill at such a high level. And then I've always grown up watching Manchester United. They've been my favorite team. Wayne Rooney's been my favorite player. But unfortunately, they're not as good as they once were, so can't really enjoy it as much as I used to. But other than that, I kind of watched some of the MLS. I mean, I know it's not as high of a tier of a league as Premier League, but I got some friends that are in the league, so it's fun to watch them play, see how they're doing.
Definitely. That's great to have have people that you know in that league. So that's really cool.
Hmm.
All right, well, Connor, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you taking some time to talk about your time at Bentley and going forward and how you're preparing for the upcoming season. And best of luck, and we hope to see you back on campus soon.
All right, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.